Sorry I didn't take a shower, but
Coach, you had to prepare for this game without two, probably your top 5 or so defensive linemen. What was that process like? What changes did you have to make?
you know, not a lot. Just next man up. We expect to get next guy up to play, and that's the way it's going to work. I mean, we can't worry about guys being hurt or injured or not here, so we keep telling them, hey, it's your shot. You know, it's what you do.
Darian Howard, I know the hope-for plans were to redshirt him. How did you break that to him? How did he respond?
Awesome. You know, I told Darian we'd have to play him, and he said, hey, let's go. He was ready to go, and I thought he did a really good job in there today. And in the time he was in there, and he's a team guy, and it's all about the team, and he understands that.
When it's a crash course like that, you know, I mean, obviously he's practicing, working to play. Do you try to focus on 1 or 2 things, the game plan?
No, he's been staying up with it all along, so he knows what we're doing, and it's not as if he, you know, hasn't been around, and he understands, you know, what we're trying to get done on defense. He's been a part of it, so that was not a problem.
When did you guys know that you were going to need to use him this week?
Probably maybe on Wednesday, I guess, I think.
Okay, so that's really not a lot of lead-in time for him to kind of prepare himself and get ready. But you had that conversation with him around Wednesday?
Yeah, well, we just kind of practiced him. He's been practicing all along anyway, so it hasn't been as if it's been a shock, you know, as far as that. And I think he knew, you know, when Dontrell got hurt that when we were short, you know, we're carrying a very minimal amount of defensive linemen right now, so we didn't really have a choice.
Second half things changed for you guys defensively. Dana said I think he said awesome second half defensively. Can you just talk about what you were able to do and kind of how you slowed Tech down in the second half?
I think, you know, Coach Gibson did a good job mixing up and changing up, and we caught up the speed of the game in the second half. I mean, we did Coach Gibson and the players did a really good job of catching up and getting to the ball. We started to make some plays. We weren't so tentative. I think in the first quarter, we were a little bit tentative. We were sitting back on our heels, and then I think we got confidence as the game went on. We got some really big stops when we had to. I think the key to the game was probably the turnover and holding the 3 points. You know, they went in and did a great job, and I think that's probably an effort that most people won't even talk about because they scored, but we held them from 7. And then if they get more than that, if they get more than the 3, it's a whole different game. So that's a really positive thing for your defense to go in and hold them there, because a lot of times when your defense goes in, there's that, geez, we turned it over, that attitude. But they had the attitude, hey, it's our chance to go in and play, and they did a great job.
What does Tech do so well to isolate linebackers on those crossing routes?
Well, I think they mix up their run fake and their play fake, and they do a lot of different things. And then I think Coach Gibson just made an effort in the second half to get after them a little bit more and go, you know, mix it up. Did a really nice job of mixing it up with 3 and 4 and 5-man pressure coming, so making them think a little bit. And so as we started to move the dots, it helped our linebackers too.